Hi everyone, my name is Brooke with Bees Budgets. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we do everything money, from budgets to savings challenges, where we work hard to take control of our money and work toward financial freedom. If that sounds interesting to you, then let's get into the video. We're going to start off with our money from the bank. Count this out. Bank envelope. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. So 955 is what, or 56, I'm sorry, is what we're going to be loading into our cash tray. Okay, so I went ahead and separated the 20s in two different slots since we have so many. I did not get any $100 bills, so we're just gonna have to use 20s for everything. So let's go ahead and get our planner out here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our envelopes, which is in this column right here. Hopefully you guys can read this. And I'm gonna scoot this over just a little bit. Right this way, okay. So we're gonna start with eat out, and eat out's gonna get 70. So 20, 40, 60, and 70. Let's see, I have these all mixed up because I wrote them in. I did this new budget sheet that I made on Microsoft Word, and I was just trying to condense instead of having this all separated, just getting it all on one page. So I just hand wrote these in for now, and then, so of course they're all out of order. So house is gonna get 20, and house has 10 in there from before, so it now has 30, and it's just for household stuff. And then miscellaneous is gonna get 20, and there's none in here from before. Liam is my son's envelope. He will be getting 20 as well. And he has 10 from before. He spent some money on his Roblox, is that how you say it? Roblox account? Oh, some game. And then my envelope will be getting 20. I did not spend my 20 last budget, and I think there should be, yep, so 40. I was gonna say, I don't think I've spent any of my money in a while, but those are reoccurring envelopes. And then extra, oh, this is just for like receipts or whatever. So let's go back to grocery. So originally I wasn't putting any money towards food because everything was kind of weird with inflation and stuff. It was really hard for me to track what we would need. So I was just using my buffer account to pay for groceries and trying to track it down. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and put $100 in here. Just to kind of help with the buffer account a little bit. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm still not entirely sure I used to put 250 in it every single 2 weeks, but I don't think that's covering it anymore. So I've still got 250 allocated for this separate in my buffer account. So I'm gonna add an extra 100 in here and see if that is adequate with that 250 and having this extra 100, if it's gonna be more like I'm gonna have to have 350 every 2 weeks. I kind of explained that all confusing, but still figuring out the food one, basically. Then I'm gonna get all this change out of here from before. I feel like we collected a lot of change this time. Which I love these term wallets, but the change thing is so small. So as soon as you get like a little bit of change in here, it gets heavy quite quickly. For me, it's quite dramatic. Oh. So we'll get this in here. I'm gonna need to go wash my hands. I had all that change sitting in my hands. I can't stand the smell of change. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, I had to wash that change off my hands. It was making me feel gross. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the sinking funds. My configurations are all weird here. I feel like I have no room for my binders, but let's start. I think all these are out of order too. Oh, I'm just out of it today. I think I see, yeah, this is my first one. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Set these over here. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's usually my setup. Getting back in the swing of things. Okay. So tags is already filled up. I only need $50 for tags a year. And so that's already at its max. So that will be getting nothing. Pool will be getting $20. And I have not updated my trackers yet. So hopefully I don't miscount here. So we have 40 in pool. And pool is just for our chemicals and the maintenance of the pool. So it's definitely reoccurring. It's changing all the time. New car. I'm not going to put anything in this because I think I'm going to eliminate this envelope altogether, to be honest. Just because I don't know. I have better... there's a certain amount of my check that's allocated straight to a separate savings account that doesn't get put in any of this. And then I also have an emergency account and my son's savings account separate to all of that. I also have envelopes in here for it too. However, that extra savings account that I have no rhyme or reason for it, I kind of just had an extra one, and so I just allocate a certain amount of money from each check that goes in there. I think that's what I'm going to use as the buffer for a new car, for the down payment for a new car. And so I think I'm just going to eliminate this because I got to thinking about it, and it's like I kind of want to have 30% of the car's purchase price to throw on it right at the beginning of purchasing a new car. And that's an extraordinary amount of money to be sitting in an envelope. So I think it's kind of silly to have an envelope for that. So long story short, I'm probably not going to be putting anything in this for a while until I decide how I want to do that. So, but right now I have 20, 40, 60, 70 in here. I mean, I just think it would be silly to just have an envelope that's, you know, needing to be like $10,000, $15,000. It's just silly. Deck. So we will not be, deck will be getting eliminated. We built our deck. We got that all done. And so we don't need to have a deck envelope anymore. So I actually removed it from here, but I haven't removed it out of here yet. I will probably do that whenever I update my trackers. So right on to renovations, which is empty. I did have to use the little bit that was in renovations for the rest of the deck, but it was only, I think it was only like a couple $100. So not a big deal. We did pretty good with that deck account. So 25 will be going in there. It is empty, so it now has 25. And we will move on to our next renovation. Clothing will be getting 15. My son's school, all his summer clothes have been purchased. So this will be just building up for anything that he needs throughout the school year. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, and 70. So that'll be a nice little buffer to have just in case there's something that he needs that I missed or whatever. We've got that in there. I don't ever buy clothes. I work at a factory, so our clothes are all, they get nasty. So we just buy clothes from like Menards or Farm and Fleet, Carhartt, it basically anywhere they sell Carhartt. Okay, I believe the next folder is the black one. Yes. I'm guessing pretty good so far. Okay, Christmas is gonna get 60. We're gonna start beefing up Christmas as it's gonna probably be here before we know it. It's hard to think about Christmas when it's 102 outside right now. Is gonna get 20, 40, and 60. So Christmas now has $100. That's a good start. I like to get Christmas. My goal usually is always at 1,000. I only have one child, but I buy all of my Christmas, not just my son's. Every Christmas present I purchase out of here. And it's usually, oops, I was getting ready to write 1,000 out for wishful thinking. And so I just like to have that. That's usually about the amount that I need for all the Christmas gifts for the whole family. So gifts is gonna get 20. This is what I use for birthdays or graduations or wedding presents. So gifts now has 40, which this got depleted by graduation gifts this year. We had quite a bit of friends that had children that were graduating, so that was exciting from high school, not from college, but that's what I use this envelope for. Car maintenance will be getting a $40. Knock on wood, we haven't really had to do very much car maintenance. So we have 100, 20, and 40, so 140. We've spent so much money at the mechanics shop that we actually have still 8 free oil changes. So we do have 3 vehicles. One vehicle is my boyfriend's and that one's brand new. So his oil changes are still paid for the first year. And then we have just 2 older vehicles that are backup vehicles, but they're paid off. And so that's where most of the car maintenance goes on those. So it's still worth it for not having a car payment, but we still got to be mindful to have that filled up just in case. You never know with them older vehicles. Liam's savings will be getting $100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. This is where usually I have $100 bills, but I did not get any from the bank when I got money out. I don't know why. My brain was out somewhere else. So Liam's savings now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 45. So 845. And when that one gets to 1,000, then that will go into his already existing savings account, and then we get to use one of our $1,000 slips. I'm excited for that day. House will be getting 40. And so 20, 40. So house now has 80. And that's basically just anything that's needed that's just for the house. Like we just had our garbage disposal was leaking and it was 25 years old. And so we had to purchase a new garbage disposal, so we use that out of house. Emergency fund will also be getting 100. This is not our only emergency fund, it's just an added to. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. There we go. And so emergency fund now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 320. Okay. House cash will be getting 40. And I am going to put that in tens in here. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So house cash now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. This is just cash if anybody needs it. So if kids are selling cookies or just any reason why we would need cash for anybody in the house, they can just come in here and get this. If they want to make a quick trip to Casey's or something, and it's just a little miscellaneous cash. So next I believe is this one. Yeah. Yep. Look at me guessing, girl. Okay, health is gonna get 10. Health now has 120. We haven't had to purchase any medicine. That's more of a winter thing. It seems like health gets used quite a bit in the winter. Summer, it's just allergies, and I already have a big bottle of allergy medicine, and so that doesn't even, usually that expires and I have to replace it because it expires before it actually runs out. But I always have it here because if you have allergies and you don't have allergy medicine, you're miserable forever. So I would rather have extra, have to throw a little bit out, replace it with it when it expires, than to deal with allergies with no medicine. So vision is gonna get 5. And this is for my boyfriend to get LASIK one day. So 100, 210. He is going in for his regular eye appointment to get a referral to see oral surgeon. Is that what it's? No, oral is mouth. Whatever, the surgeon that does LASIK. He has to get a referral to go meet with them and see how much that would be and all of the stuff that goes with that. Miscellaneous is going to get 25. Again, just a miscellaneous account. Don't really have a rhyme or reason for it. Just why not? It gets 20, 40, 60, 75. Miscellaneous mainly gets used because the tooth fairy, when she comes, she always needs a loan. She never has money on her. And my son is just losing teeth left and right. So taxes, I will not be filling any money into because it is, I think I sat down with my tax lady and I think I have my taxes figured out to where I shouldn't owe any money. And so I'm not gonna put any in here. I think we've got it figured out pretty well. So Ace gets $20. That's our dog. And I'm gonna give him a 10 and 2 5s. So 20, 30, 40. This is basically a ball fund. Not because of him, but because of us. We have a big backyard and it's got a ravine on the side, and a lot of times when we throw the ball, it never fails. It'll bounce off something and go down that ravine, and then it's lost forever. So I don't know if the deer play with them or what, but so it's basically a fun for us when we lose his balls. Vacation is gonna get 40. Need to start beefing this one up a little bit. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, and 30. My sister will be getting married this winter, and so I need to beef this up so that it covers for hotel and just travel. We don't have to fly there. where we're going, we'll be driving. So $10 for budget. And this is my last sinking fund. That's 20. So now it has 20. I did purchase ink and I purchased some new printer paper, so I'm good on all my budget stuff for a while. And by budget, I just mean everything it takes to make the, you know, ink, paper, whatever. But I think we're pretty set on all of that. Okay, so that is now going to bring back our savings challenges. So for our savings challenges, we will pull out our savings challenge folder, and we have Saveopoly, we have Rainy Day, and we have the $20. Okay, we're gonna start with Saveopoly. All my savings goes into the green. And Saveopoly, I rolled and I got 46. And so we will load Saveopoly with 46. So 20, 40, 5, and 6. Throw that in there. And I don't count this, so I just wait till it gets really big and then I'll change out the bills, basically, is what I do for that. Rainy Day, which is a savings challenge that I just put in whatever random amount that I want. And I did $60. So I'm gonna do 20, 40, 50, and 60. That will go into Rainy Day. Same thing with Rainy Day. I don't know why these bills are turning around. Same thing with Rainy Day. I don't count them. I just throw it all in here, and when it gets too big, then I'll just exchange the bills out. Otherwise, it's a complete surprise. This is Liam's folder. This is his spending folder. So everything that's in my wallet, as soon as, because he doesn't like to spend his money. In his envelope in my wallet, as soon as this reached $60, everything outside of $60 goes into here. So he actually had this up to $100 the last time I was doing inventory on all of my stuff, and he wanted me to roll that over into his savings account because he still had $60 in here. And so I let him roll that over, and then he spent $50 on a Roblox card or whatever. But he has a hard time spending his money, and so he likes to save, and I don't think that there's a problem with that. However, I do want him to still enjoy his money too. So it's just a work in progress. So we will go ahead and color this in. And I have a black pen today, but I never color anything in black. And I love the color black. I know it sounds weird, but so I'm gonna color all my stuff in black just so it has one thing that's colored in black. Black makes colors just look so pretty and vibrant. I think the color black is underrated when it comes to coloring things. So I have that filled out. I just color one of these in every time I put money in the Rainy Day envelope. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for this savings challenge. I just wanted to do one, and one that wasn't dependent on a certain amount. I could just put in whatever I wanted, basically just whatever I had extra left over from the budget, and that's what I did. The $20 tracker is every time I do a budget, I put a minimum of $20 into this acrylic bank account thing, and this thing cannot be opened. You have to saw it literally apart in order to get everything that's in here. I originally was putting just change in here, and then when I started all this budget stuff, I got this change jar, so I stopped putting change in here, and now the only thing that goes in here is $20 bills. So once this fills all the way up, I mean, it's a pretty big acrylic thing, but it's fun to do. And I just throw a $20 bill in here every time I do a budget, and it's like $20. Sometimes we don't even pay that much attention to it. And if I had it in my wallet, I would spend it on something that just, you know, I wouldn't really notice or care about. So why not just throw an extra 20 into a little piggy bank? And if it takes 3 years to fill up, who cares, you know? But once it does get all the way filled up, that'll be a nice little surprise. And maybe we can do a little family vacation with it. And that will be well worth it, instead of having those meaningless $20 floating around in our wallets where we just nickel and dime it away at the gas station or the coffee shop or wherever. So I'm gonna put those back in here. Of course, I put the $20 in the wrong one. And that is it. I am out of money. Everything is filled, stuffed, and that is gonna be it. So I just want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support. This is such a wonderful community. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. See ya!